the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Now, they showed a quick teaser that just showed Mario sleeping, as he does, and it, went up to the sky and into space and said, Super Mario Galaxy movie. And then, of course, Nintendo was like, also, Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2 now coming to the Switch too, of course, so they'll time it to the movie. So, Chris, we've been talking, right?
Oh, we've been talking. We've been talking a lot about their choice of titling it Galaxy.
Right. Like, I'm of two minds, if you will, Chris. I'm of two minds. I will say, on the positive side of things, awesome. We got the announcement the movie's coming out next year. I really enjoyed the first one. I really enjoyed the first movie, so I'm looking forward to more adventures on screen of Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, etc. And I think that it should be pretty good. I really like the humor in the first one. I really like where they went. So I was excited, to see the second one. But then they kind of threw us for a loop, in my opinion, a little bit with the Galaxy, because
I was surprised by that.
Yeah, because the first movie cherry-picked a bunch of elements from the Mario universe to make a movie out of it. And, they kind of made sort of a quasi-original story around a bunch of Mario ideas.
That's true.
Now they told us, through the direct, that they'll still do that. They'll still get from all over the place, but it is mainly taking from the plot of Super Mario Galaxy, which I find fascinating, Chris.
Yeah, I find that really interesting because I would have guessed, I actually didn't even mention this in our prep chat, but I would have guessed they would have just called it number 2, like Super Mario Movie 2,
Like everybody else.
Why not just put number 2 on it? But but of course it's Nintendo, and they didn't call it the NES 2, Well, they did call it the Switch 2, but...
Well, yeah, we're living in the age of the Switch 2. But, they decided to skip 20 years of lore, and that includes the Mario Land games, by the way. We're skipping, the introduction of Princess Daisy. We're skipping the introduction of Wario. We're going straight to Galaxy. And, of course, we're assuming that Rosalina will be a part of this story. They did one. I'm super excited because I love the first movie, and I'm excited to see what they do. But the other half of my brain is trying to... it's the super nerdy part that's like, man, that should have been Super Mario World, man.
Well, yeah, and that's what surprised me because it would feel like before you go to Galaxy, World would kind of be the next logical step.
Right, yeah.
So that's what I would have guessed they would have gone with, because that makes more sense than calling it 64, just because 64, was because of the console, whereas World is very broad. It means the next thing. But the more we talked about it, you had some interesting thoughts on why they decided to go with that.
Yeah, because let's pretend we're the writer's room at Illumination, right? And, we got minions on the brain and everything, right? And they're just like, okay, so what are we going to do now? Because we did cherry pick a lot of the good staple elements of the Mario Bros. Now we got to come up with an even more original plot for the second one, or we could borrow a plot from the games. Now, outside of like the RPG series, like Mario and Luigi, or like, Superstar Saga, Super Mario RPG, if we're just talking like the mainline Mario games, most of them don't really have a strong plot outside of the princess is kidnapped. So then we look at Mario Galaxy, which arguably has one of, if not the strongest plots among the games. So if I'm the Illumination writer's room, I'm saying, hey, you know what? We should really look into doing Galaxy as the next movie, because that plot is solid and it's all there. We just have to write jokes around it, So that's where I was thinking. It's like also Galaxy is a very popular Mario game. There are kids, now adults, that grew up, the kids that are 10, 20 years younger than us, that they grew up with Galaxy, and that's like their Mario game. A lot of kids grew up with the Wii, which, Galaxy was on originally, and like, I always hear, oh, Galaxy's my favorite Mario game, which is funny, because, I was out of high school when Mario Galaxy came out, So, I mean, to me, it's like that one that I played a little bit, and I was like, yeah, not Super Mario World.
Yeah.
In fact, I might even like Odyssey more than I like Galaxy.
You are right that it probably has the best plot, or maybe not the best plot, but the most fleshed out plot. Like, there's clearly a story there with Rosalina. In fact, like we were talking about, there's even potentially some story they left on the table that they decided to cut out. I know Matt Pat has a really good theory about how Rosalina's like Luigi's long lost daughter and another alternate timeline. So they feasibly, they have a lot of story material that they could work with.
Yeah.
They probably also wanted to introduce another princess, and Rosalina would kind of be the next choice. That's a huge fan favorite.
Yeah.
And of course, the Wii was massively popular. So many people really liked the vibe, the mood of
The vibes.
the slowly, unlocking the other areas in Galaxy. I mean, I barely played it back in the day. I did play it a bit, but I didn't get as into it as I had got into previous Mario games.
They did say in the Direct, after they showed the teaser trailer, they're going to be kind of, doing their own thing with it, and they will still incorporate elements of other Mario games,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, I have confidence, if only because the first movie I thought was pretty good, and I thought they handled it well, and I'm excited to see what they do with it next.
Yeah, maybe they'll make another stupid Mario Bros. Joke.
Yeah, maybe they'll rip us off again, huh?
Well, if it isn't the stupid Mario losers, wah!
Well. If it isn't Brooklyn's favorite failures, the stupid Mario Brothers.
Oh, great.
At the end of the credits of the first Mario movie, there's a teaser for the original real Yoshi, or I guess the OG Yoshi.
Right, yeah, so
So-
it was at the very end of the movie, or
was I
after
think it was
credits,
an after
where they
credits
showed the
scene,
Yoshi
yeah.
egg, like, doodle-doodle, like about to crack open or something. And it's like, well, what happens with Yoshi since we're going straight to space now, right? Because it's interesting, because I feel like they could have made the whole second movie around the friendship between Mario and Yoshi, really.
Well, I almost thought they were going to do a Yoshi's Island thing because
or
of
Yoshi's
Yoshi.
Island. But then they'd have to go back, well...
But how would they go back in time, or with time travel, or
I mean, hey, if they can make 2 Minion spin-offs, Illumination's got time to do a Yoshi's Island movie, right? I mean,
yeah.
to do Yoshi's Island right, you got to go back to the past and show that the Mario Brothers did go to the Mushroom Kingdom as babies in the past, and Yoshi saved them, or Yoshis.
Yeah.
And, but that's what I would do. We try to incorporate elements of that into our own show, Stupid Mario Bros.
Yeah.
But, I don't know what they're going to do. Like, Yoshi, I guess, will be introduced. Here's what I'm saying. Either Yoshi's going to be, the true green Yoshi will be introduced at the beginning of this movie, or not at all, and they'll just, save Yoshi for the next one or something.
I do think that because they teased Yoshi at the end, I have a feeling that Yoshi will probably be an important aspect of this movie. And they'll hopefully introduce Yoshi pretty early in the movie, and the OG Green Yoshi will be a big part. But they're also, of course, going to bring in Rosalina, so they're going to have to juggle both of those characters.
Nintendo confirmed today that Chris Pratt is returning, Anna Taylor-Joy is returning, same with Charlie Day, Keegan-Michael Key, and Jack Black. So all of them are coming back. They did not mention, curiously, Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. But either and I don't think that he wouldn't come back for that, but I think that that's because they're still developing Donkey Kong's own movie.
Oh, right. So they
So-
didn't want to necessarily lock him in this movie.
It's
if
probably
they're doing
because
his own thing.
they're going to space also. There's no reason for them to go back to Donkey Kong Country.
That makes sense.
But also, they probably would want to save Donkey Kong for his own movie at this point, not saturate him too much in the sequel to Mario. But the teaser trailer didn't show Rosalina. We're all assuming Rosalina's
Yeah,
going to be
that's
in
a
it
good point.
because
I mean-
it can't be Galaxy without Rosalina, right?
Yeah.
So of course they also didn't mention who's going to be voicing Rosalina because they didn't technically announce that Rosalina was going to be in it.
I don't know. It's actually hard to say.
The funny thing is, if it hadn't been
yeah.
for the first movie being the first movie, I would have actually picked Anna Taylor-Joy
Yeah.
to be Rosalina. That seems like the logical choice for that character, but they chose her as Peach.
Peach, yeah.
But that's probably because when they cast the first movie, they didn't realize they were going to do Rosalina in the second movie. And Anna Taylor-Joy is a good get for anything.
She did a great
fantastic
job.
actress.
Because I was trying to think, who could match Anna Taylor-Joy in terms of just really good voice acting for an animation, and nobody's really coming to mind. I was thinking Sydney Sweeney, but I don't know if
I don't know if I see her.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she could do it. She's got a little bit of a deeper voice, I think, than. Although I don't know, that might work for that. Again, hey, you know what? I'm not Illumination.
Yeah.
They can test people and.
Hard to say. What do you guys think in the comments? Who do you think would be a good Rosalina?
Yeah, let us know we're going to just get wall of opinion.
Yeah.
Somebody mentions Zendaya. That's good
That's
voice.
actually- that's
Again,
actually a good-
the voice actress doesn't have to look like
I know.
the
I'm
character.
thinking like famous blonde Hollywood celebrities, but Anna Taylor-Joy didn't have blonde hair. Or wait, is she?
She's not a natural blonde.
She's a redhead, right?
She's like a brunette.
brunette.
She bleaches
I'm
her
not
hair
even
all
sure.
the time.
But yeah, I guess it doesn't have to be a blonde. So yeah.
Yeah, no. I could see like the voice that Zendaya does for MJ in Spider-Man. I could see that being a decent Rosalina, I suppose.
ADMG's like Morgan Freeman as Rosalina.
And so I watched Mario and friends come to space.
Well played, EDMG. That's pretty good.
They were like stars twinkling in the sky. I'd watch it.
That's pretty good. Well, anyway, it'll be cool. Here's another one. Actually, I saw somebody else in the comments. What about Yoshi? Is Yoshi? Do we do a regular talking person? Because they probably don't want it to just be like they're probably going to want to bill a famous actor to do the Yoshi voice.
That's
so.
extremely divisive because I think that for Yoshi, here's what I'll say. They tried to give Yoshi a voice in the old Mario cartoon.
Hey, Mario.
No, it wasn't like that. It was just like, remember, he's like, Mama Luigi. The whole...
That's a Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
I would be perfectly happy and fine if Yoshi stayed basically nonverbal. And just, maybe let out a little Yoshi here and a while. I can't imagine Yoshi like fully vocalizing,
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.